Alright everybody, I think I've just discovered the most underrated mode of airtime on any coaster ever. It's story time. Alright, let me set the stage here. It's Monday, June 9th, 2025 at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and I'm enjoying a 2-hour drop-by visit with probably the last or second to last week until peak season starts to roll in. I've ridden quite a few things already, got some POVs that ended up being not very good. And I'm going back to Loch Ness Monster, their aero coaster, for the second time. Now, I absolutely love Nessie. As a full experience, it's a top 4 coaster in the park, better than rides like Verbolten and Griffin for me. And part of the reason why is the ridiculous airtime moments. The first 2 drops in row 13. I like to go row 13 because I'm a tall guy and my legs need the room. And the usual thing that I will do is sit up in the seat when the ride ops check the restraint so that I can get 2 clicks of room. Now, that results in just about standing airtime, and if you lift your legs up, it gets even more insane, especially on that drop off the turnaround. You get some incredible flowjector airtime. However, this ride in particular was a little bit different because instead of sitting up, I was scooched up in the seat. I wasn't sitting all the way back, and I sat up a little bit. So not only did I get 2 clicks of room, I got 3 clicks of room. Now, I do not condone this behavior whatsoever. The manufacturers have those restraints snug against your body for a reason, and especially on rides like Finnegan's Flyer, they say the lap bar will be lowered until it is snug against your body. That is there for a reason, and it should not be abused, especially not to the lengths that I did it on this specific day. So we roll out of the station. I'm thinking to myself, well, this is going to be fun. Classic Loch Ness pre-drop activities ensue. Reciting the audio, chilling on the lift hill, vibing to the music. You know, it's a great time. It's a great time. Average ride incoming. Or so I thought. We get to the first drop, and I am absolutely flying out of my seat. I lifted my legs up, as per usual, and with that extra click of room on the restraint, it goes and the extra mile to try and fling you out of the train. It is ridiculous. And that is only the first drop. You see, the difference between the drop off the turnaround and the first drop is that the first drop has that janky aero profiling where it starts the curve and then it just goes straight on the rest of the descent until it pulls up off the Rhine River. But the drop off the turnaround is elevated, so it doesn't need that like straightness. So it just goes full Apollo's chariot on you and tries to fling you out of the seat, even more so than the first drop that preceded it. Just insane. What a duo of airtime moments right there. So by this point, the turnaround is sort of acting as a breather because the drop off the turnaround, oh my gosh, that is my favorite airtime moment of all time, and it doesn't come close. Now, there's a difference between best and favorite. Notice I said favorite. The best airtime moment in the park is probably Pantheon's backwards/forwards airtime hill on the launch, the second launch track, that is. That has some just ridiculous ejector airtime, don't get me wrong. Now, my favorite airtime moment, because it's so unique to the ride and just to the world really, is that drop off the turnaround on Nessie, because you don't get airtime on arrows very often. They're more inversion oriented, but Arrow knew how to make an airtime hill back then. Wow, just ridiculous airtime on that. Just, I can't even speak. I can't express the feelings that I'm trying to communicate with you guys. You really just have to experience it for yourself. Row 13, if you're a tall guy, get a couple of clicks of room on the restraint, maybe, or just, staple yourself, I don't care. Just enjoy that airtime and lift your legs up if you want to, and just put full trust in the restraint like I did. but it's just that drop off the turnaround, just so ridiculous. It's insane. And with 3 clicks of room, 3 clicks, I was speechless. I was legitimately speechless. I didn't feel safe after that loop. Once we were heading into the cave, after the block breaks, I pulled that restraint down an extra click because I wasn't dealing with that anymore. And besides, there weren't many good airtime moments after that. So that was my experience with Loch Ness Monster, and my favorite airtime moment of all time, especially after that ride, that specific ride where I got 3 clicks of room. Just please do not ever do that. I swear, like it literally makes the coaster unsafe if you try to do this on any ride with any sort of airtime or inversions. You're gonna make it unsafe for yourself. You're gonna create an environment where people could get hurt. So please, the Thuzy brain kind of took over in my experience because 3 clicks of room. I mean, more airtime, yay! But I don't want you getting so much airtime that you happen to be airborne flying out of the train. So please, 2 clicks of room max. Don't go more than 3 clicks of room, especially on Nessie. Like that airtime, that it's like a bull riding rodeo. I tell you, those 2 airtime moments are just quite the 1-2 punch. So, just moral of the story: do not try to get so much airtime that you create an environment for yourself that is unsafe. So that about wraps up yet another unscripted video. I know I haven't been doing many of these recently, but I'm still trying to branch out and experiment with content that'll help me stay more consistent in the future. So if you did enjoy this sort of story time-like video, and you want to hear more theme park stories from me in video format, just let me know down below. Maybe fiddle with some of the YouTube features down there while you're at it. Signing off for now, this has been Storm, and I'll see you coaster lovers next time.